Hello, roomfighters. If any of you haven't seen the previous videos in this rotation, then I highly encourage you to go check them out downstairs. So previously, on whatever this is, we had Trundly, who was going to see the couple that he had been delivering baskets of supplies to when the baskets ran out and his grandmother had died, well, here, I'll just read the last sentence of the previous installment, which was Andrew's part, and then I will continue with my own. He wasn't quite sure what to do, but as he approached the front door, James came bursting out, rattling on about chickens. And now, my part. As soon as Trundly set eyes on James, a wave of anger rushed through his body, flushing his cheeks. The boy's dark hair, his small, watery blue eyes, and his peg leg all reminded Trundly of someone else he'd seen a long time ago and had almost forgotten about. As James continued babbling to himself, Trundly narrowed his eyes and faded backwards into some nearby bushes. The boy didn't even notice him, which was just as Trundly wanted it. There was a man from Trundly's past. A man he hated so much he'd sworn to kill him the first time he'd laid eyes on him. This man's name was Gerald, and he had killed Trundly's first and greatest mentor. When he was a boy, he'd apprenticed under the greatest captain in the known world, Captain Bareback. He had ruled with an iron fist, and his ship was run as cleanly as his back was shaved. Trundly had wanted nothing more than to become Bareback's first mate and earn his respect, and had been so close to achieving it when Gerald had swept in and stolen it from him. Gerald was a master at spinning lies and manipulating people to get what he wanted, and for whatever reason, he wanted to be on Captain Bareback's ship. The moment he had set eyes on the hunched old man, Trundly had hated him. He'd hated his greasy black hair, his beady eyes, his hunched back, but most of all, he'd hated his wooden peg leg. Gerald told anyone who'd listen that it had been chewed off while he was wrestling with a shark over a school of fish that he'd wanted to eat for dinner. Apparently, after the shark bit his leg off, Gerald had killed it and eaten it for dinner, leaving the school of fish be. Trundly had heard, however, that Gerald was a pathological liar and had, in fact, lost his leg to a bad case of athlete's foot, contracted by not bringing socks with him on a particularly long trip at sea. The captain, sadly, believed Gerald's fanciful tales. Within 4 weeks of bringing him on board, Gerald had achieved what Trundly had not. He was promoted to first mate. Trundly was incensed, but that was nothing to how he felt when he woke up the next day to a fur on deck. Captain Bareback was dead. Gerald was captain in his place. Suffice it to say, Trundly mutinied shortly afterward. He would have killed Gerald then and there, only the new captain had the whole crew on his side, and Trundly had no magical power with which to defeat them. He made a promise that day, though, that the next time he saw Gerald, he'd kill him no matter what. Now, it's worth noting here, James is not Gerald, and in fact the only similarity between him and the man from Trundly's past was their peg leg. It had been so long, though, since Trundly had seen Gerald that he'd forgotten what he looked like, and all he remembered was his missing leg. He watched as James limped across the yard toward the hen house, plotting his next move. According to his grandmother, these were good people, and he was supposed to help them by bringing them supplies, and had indeed been sending them food and clothes for years. He trusted his grandmother, but couldn't stop staring at the wooden leg peeking out from under James's pants. This man killed his idol, and he must pay. The question was, who meant more to him, his grandmother or his fallen mentor? Coming to a decision, Trundly pushed the bushes aside and stepped out into the open. And that's where it ends. For now, anyway. I look forward to seeing what happens, and this is really weird. It's really weird. Anyway, I'll see you guys at the after party. Bye!